everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. The line. New music, so funny. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that's Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Let's Talk Football Draft Update. And you see who I'm with. The gurus of this game, the Walshes. This guy right here, Mr. Colin Walsh. What up, Colin?
Hello.
You looking forward to that trade? That first round
No, please.
trade? Anything but that. Anything. But
I mean, the last Steelers trade did not go very well.
I mean, Devin Bush is.
Well,
He was the lowest rated linebacker of PFF last year.
Shut.
That includes Jalen Smith, who played like
Shut.
2 games and got
Wow.
cut all the time.
Wow. And the man that needs no introduction because he's going to create his own, Mr. Dylan Walsh. What up, Dylan?
I'm ready to draft 2 quarterbacks with our 2 first-round picks.
Let's go.
And
We all are,
we're gonna
man.
we're gonna trade up for one with our 22. We're gonna trade up to leapfrog the Saints to get Pickett, and then
Yes.
at 28 we're gonna chill, take Ritter, be fine.
Yes. Hey, open competition in Green Bay for a quarterback. All right. Rodgers, your
Everybody-
spot is not safe.
Everybody wanted.
He's just not good enough. Back-to-back MVP seasons just aren't good enough.
It's not good enough, man. He needs a third one to maybe y'all think he's decent. I don't know.
Yeah, third one gets him top 15
Oh, yeah.
quarterbacks.
Well, look, guys, ladies and gentlemen, like we've been talking about, the draft is just over a week away. Next Thursday night, the first round of the draft happens. So many implications, so many great things happening. I'm excited to see what happens. Interested to see where Washington goes amid all the other turmoil. Want to see the trades that are made and who gets picked up early, who gets picked up later. But guys, let's dive right into this. Talk to me. Are we excited about this? I know, Colin, you're a little nervous about the trade prospects, but
I don't even want to talk about it.
I'm pretty excited.
I know you are.
2 first-round
You
picks.
and your 2 quarterbacks.
all right.
Well, I mean, the last time we had 2 first-round picks, we got 2 stars. Darnell Savage, Rashawn Gary.
Yeah.
Do you think
So
you're gonna do that
we're
now?
very good in the first round. It's just when we like to trade up, stuff happens. I mean,
Good
we trade
lord.
up in the second. We trade up in the second round and take Kevin King.
How'd that
Oops.
work?
Mr. Burnt Toast.
All right.
Somehow he I don't know how he can single-handedly lose a playoff game, but he somehow did that against the
He
Buccaneers.
got burnt. Yeah.
Did it.
Oh yeah.
And in the pass interference on the third down, did not get the stop.
Mm-hmm. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So this is the time when we need to be looking at where do we go from here. And all 3 of us are in positions where our team needs to make a move, but also kind of it's questionable. You know what I mean? I mean, if you stay,
Yeah.
Coming back to you, Colin, if you stay at 20, it's like, okay, that's cool, Steelers, whatever falls to us. But you talked about the nightmare of drafting, of trading up. You know, there's a lot of teams that might particularly say, hey, what's going on? We're shopping this pick. Is there any chance it could happen?
No. Oh, no. There's not a 0% chance. In my heart, there is a 0% chance. But I'm still seeing those stories on NFL.com.
Mm-hmm.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, if Malik Willis is not the first quarterback off the board, might immediately trade up to the next pick to get him.
Mm.
What you would be really funny? I think that the Steelers are going to trade up, but not take a quarterback, and they'll just take like a cornerback or a D lineman or an O lineman.
Yep.
And there's plenty in there to get. There's plenty in there to choose from. So, you know, I am excited to see the prospects. And look, we know what you need. You need O-line. You know,
We need O-line.
Wide receiver
or
is
a
also
wide receiver, O line.
Secondary.
on secondary. Yeah.
Yeah, you have one player in the secondary.
If we do trade up, I want us to trade up for Kyle Hamilton. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, and I've seen him drop. Green Bay. I know we joke about the 2 quarterbacks that you're going to draft up, but what realistically? Because we know you guys aren't going to go for wide receiver because that's the need. So realistically,
Yeah.
offensive line is a possibility. Defense, you can get defensive help. What do you guys think?
Hunter.
Hey,
We
yes.
signed a punter, but now
Yo.
we're bringing Matt Ariza. Then I can have the advanced funding statistics every single week.
Let's go.
Matt Ariza versus Pat O'Donnell. Just watch that through training camp.
Oh my goodness, yo! And does he average 80
No,
yards?
he can consistently kick it 80 yards. He does not average 80 yards.
Consistently.
If he averaged 80 yards, you're just getting touchbacks every single time
Right.
because you're not usually 80 yards away.
Now, was that team? Do you know any background information on San Diego State this year? Were they bad?
Did they
more
finish
opportunities?
3rd in the Mountain West? I think they weren't great.
Okay.
They punted a lot. Their offense is not very good.
There you go. There you go. That's interesting. So, speaking of can't miss prospects, Mr. Ariza is one of those gentlemen. But look, there's a number of guys. We've been talking about this for months. Where do you guys feel you could go without even a question, without even a thought? Who is a can't miss prospect for you? Colin, I'm going to come to you first, then Dylan.
All right. So is it for my team or for in general?
In general.
In general, and for my team, again, if we trade up, this is one of the 2 guys I think I would be happy trading up for, and it's the man, the myth, the legend, offensive tackle Charles Cross from Mississippi State.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of. There's 2 people on draft boards that are ranked higher than him. Evan Neal is ranked higher than him, which I agree with. Evan Neal would be a better blindside blocker. But I think he's better than I know his name and I've heard it pronounced Ekwonu. Ekwonu, I think
I'm about to roast you for this one.
Okay. Hear me out. Blindside blocker wise,
Right.
I've watched the tape on both players. I watched the tape today. I would much rather have Charles Cross on my blindside because he is just he had a crappier overall offensive line, and a quarterback who was hit or miss throughout the season, and he was really good. Like, he was able to just mesh well with his line and do what he could to protect his quarterback. And I feel like on North Carolina State, Ekwonu had a little bit issues reading some blitzes, and he wasn't able to, especially when there's 2 guys on his side, he tends to pick the inside guy and let the outside guy go around.
Yeah.
And I would much rather have Charles Cross take the outside guy and leave the interior guy to get sandwiched in between your guard and your tackle, or just have him come through and let the quarterback roll out instead of getting immediately hit from behind.
Yeah. Well, I can dig it. I like that. Dylan, what do you think? Who's a can't miss?
I've got 3 can't miss prospects, like absolutely superstars, probably. One is Aiden Hutchinson. I think all of us are heard about now.
Yep.
One of the most stupid good at the end. The second one I have is Ahmad Gardner, Sauce Gardner.
Yep.
That's just when you see stats about him, he hasn't let a touchdown since his freshman year of high school. His passer rating against him is like 12, and he's been left on an island. Bama wouldn't throw at him in the championship. No one would throw to him into college football. Only allowed 2 catches a game. So I think that, and he's 6'4" and runs like a 4.4. So I think that is probably the greatest cornerback prospect that we've seen in the past 2 or 3 years.
Right.
So I think he's can't miss. Aiden Hutchinson I had. And then I have Ikem Ekwonu as my third one.
Nice.
Because Ekwonu, he moved around everywhere. He played 4 positions in college. He played left tackle, he played right tackle, he played left guard, he played right guard. At left tackle and right tackle, he was decent. But at the guards, he would just bully people. He's 6'5". He's 6'5", 320, and runs a 4.93. He would average he would just maul people, and easy run blocking, which is why I think he's better than Cross and Neal. I think he's my number one tackle because you can move him anywhere. So then you have whatever need you have on the offensive lineman, he can slot in and play there day one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, no, I got 3 as well. And I'm gonna go with you, Hutchinson. Again, that's not a questionable pick. Everybody knows that one. Hutchinson, and for me, it's motor. With him, I watched a lot of Big Ten games. My fiance's a big Michigan State fan, so we watched Michigan a lot this year. This guy has a motor that does not quit. I think it's going to translate well into the NFL. Obviously, he also has a pedigree. His dad played in the league, I think, for like the Browns.
Browns.
Chris Hutchinson, you know what I mean? So I love what Hutchinson has to offer, and I right now, pound for pound, I think he is the best prospect in this draft. Because I definitely can't trust any of these quarterbacks. I go Evan Neal. I go Evan Neal as my second guy. I mean, that size. I mean, you 6'7", 351. I mean, come on now. You're that big. Yeah. You played for Alabama, so we know he's playing a top tier ball games under Saban. But also just the fact that, I mean, this guy, I think he allowed 12 sacks and 406 pass attempts in 2019. I mean, this guy is literally a wall, and he's blocked for a lot of those quarterbacks. A lot of them are in the league right now.
Mac Jones,
yeah,
Bryce Young will be.
So I'm taking Neal, man. That's somebody that I feel like you can build your line around and shoot maybe even a franchise. And the other guy is Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton has slipped a little because of, his pro day wasn't as good as his combine as far as certain numbers. But Kyle Hamilton is, in my opinion, I think he is the best safety in the draft. I want him if he drops.
I think he's undoubtedly the best safety in the draft.
Yeah. If he drops to us, I would love that. But I seriously think somebody's going to take him a little higher than that. But, I mean, in my opinion, man, for what it's worth, that's the guy. That's where you go. So, yeah, those are our can't miss prospects. Is there anybody else that you guys are really looking at, and maybe he's not necessarily can't miss, but he's up there?
Let's see. I'm only looking the later half of the first round. See, like
I'm looking like mid round where I got.
Here's one. Right. Kyle Yacy said Jordan Davis is going to surprise me. I like that.
I do not like Jordan Davis.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like the combine got him too much hype. You see, he's not actually that. He couldn't play 3. He wasn't a 3-down lineman in college. He couldn't play 3 downs. Wasn't a great pass rusher. It was just pretty much a standard nose tackle. I think he's still going to be good, but people are saying like top 10, top 13, whatever. Don't think he's going to be able to be that good to be able to want for teams to pick him that high.
He's not Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I don't have 2 more high can't miss, but I do have 2 people who I think should get a little more credit than they're currently getting. And the first one might be because I'm kind of biased because I'm a Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah.
But Kenny Pickett, look, he's fallen down draft boards because of his tiny hands.
And his last name.
Tiny hands. And Pickett, right.
Yeah. But if you watched him play like I've watched him play, because from about the end of the season to about like mid-March, I was really high on the Steelers getting Kenny Pickett because people don't often give him credit for how mobile he is. Like they think he's the
fake slide.
Right, yeah, the fake slide.
The fake slide. He's one of those players who can think quickly on his feet, and he moves around a lot. So he might not be like a Lamar Jackson, who is a combo quarterback.
He's a running back.
Yeah, but
he could
be one of those.
Throw.
But I think he could be a lot better than people give him credit for. Yeah. And I think he could be the best quarterback in this draft, although it's really hard to gauge because all the quarterbacks are about even on the could be really good, could be Johnny Manziel. And then my other one who I think should get
the Mahomes to Manziel meter.
Who I think should get a lot more credit is Trevor Penning. I'm a big offensive lineman guy. Trevor Penning, who that's my guy for the Steelers right now is Trevor Penning. Big guy, big tackle, can help cement the offensive tackle if you have, even if it's not the Steelers, if it's a team who has a young quarterback that they want to protect, if you want somebody to protect your blind side and you can't get Cross, Neal, or Equinanu, Trevor Penning is a solid plug and play from day one, protect your quarterback kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that. I love Trevor Penning. That Pennick, that's one of them. And then who's the other one I was just looking at? Oh, out of Iowa, Tyler Linderbaum. Any of them boys, them corn-fed boys out of Iowa, I absolutely love. Brandon Sheriff came to us. We just lost them, unfortunately.
Tight end University, Iowa, Kittle, Fant, Hawkinson.
See, I mean, they're solid guys coming out of there. I think Linderbaum, I've seen him drop to almost like 30 and 31st in the draft, and then I've seen him up at like in the teens. So I would love to have him. Look, here we go. Ash saying he's going to Dallas. He ain't just because you from Iowa don't mean he coming to y'all. Get out of here.
One can hope.
Kyle said,
I love Desmond. Desmond Ridder is my number 2 quarterback.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Like number 2 quarterback in the draft. I have Kenny Pickett, then Ridder, then Willis, then Corral, then Howell. But I love Desmond Ridder. I feel like he slept on because he was an AAC team.
I have Howell farther down.
3-year starter.
Yeah. But my last can't miss prospect is Garrett Wilson at Ohio State. Because he's very good route runner, and he's also very, very good after the catch. This is what we saw. It's worked out a lot recently in the NFL with Justin Jefferson, with Jamar Chase, with Jalen Waddle. People that are great after the catch and also decent route runners seem to be like the ones that are working out the best right now in the NFL, and I feel like Garrett Wilson fits that to a T.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Oh, wait a minute. This is early, Kyle. Ridder is going to the Falcons. Oh, second round, calling it now. Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
Ridder at number 8, just to surprise everyone.
Ridder going to I don't have a quarterback going to the Falcons, I don't think.
You believe in Marcus Mariota?
I definitely don't.
I believe.
Can you believe?
I believe that you'll get injured in week 3.
I mean, hey, I don't think he's gonna get.
Falcons are gonna wait one more year.
He ain't gonna get injured, but it's gonna be interesting. Now look. So we know this. Our can't miss prospects, and even some of these guys that maybe aren't necessarily can't miss, but that are right on the cusp, that we would still want to get these guys in the first round. I gotta ask this because the biggest thing about the draft, we all know who we all think is going to be great. Who are we missing? Who are most people missing out on? Like, who are the ones that's going to sneak into that first round and they're actually legit, not just because of the combine, but because they're actually pretty solid?
So I have 2 big sleepers right now, I would say. My first one is Christian Watson out of North Dakota State. I feel like he's gotten like a bit more recently. But
I agree with that.
I've seen Christian Watson. He's had really nice combine as well. Let me fill up this.
I had him going in the first round in my mock draft.
Christian Watson, he ran a 4.36 40, faster than Garrett Wilson, faster than Chris Olave, faster than Jahan Dotson, faster than Treylon Burks, faster than most wide receivers. He's also a great route runner. The only thing that you can like take away from him is D2 school, North Dakota State. But still, North Dakota State does play a lot of decent competition because they're like the best D2 school.
Right.
So they play some like low level D1 competition. But I think Christian Watson's really, really good. And then my second one's Dax Hill because of his ability to play corner and his ability to play center.
Yep.
Or
There's
center.
Dax Hill.
Not center,
right?
safety. He's also like probably the most agile player I would say in the whole draft. They've had insane 3-cone, nice 40 as well. But I think Dax Hill is one of the best. Is probably one of the best defensive backs in the draft.
I agree, and I think he's definitely going to jump into the top 32. Colin, where are you going? What are you thinking?
All right, so for my sleeper picks, I have the people in the second round who in 5 to 7 years from now, we're going to look back at this draft and we're going to say, why weren't they drafted in the first round? Because they'll be these great players. Now, I have 2 players like that who I want to talk about. The first one is Jahan.
I like George.
The first one is Jahan Dotson, the wide receiver from Penn State.
Yeah.
If you've seen, I watched Penn State games because I only got Penn State games when I was watching because they were on.
They're always on Saturdays.
He is this explosive receiver who can be your number 1 guy.
Yeah.
but he's fallen down because I forget why he's fallen
40.
down draft. His 40 time was slow.
Wow.
He's slow on his 40 times, and I'll say that.
Only ran a 4.43. Damn.
The
Just
line,
not a good
he's
athlete.
explosive. He has the moves. He has the ability to run routes and just cut up defenses when he has the ball in his hands. I really think that any team that gets him, whether it be the Steelers, the Bears, the Chiefs, the Packers, whoever drafts him in the second round, will be getting an amazing player. And then my second player, who is not a wide receiver, is linebacker Quay Walker from Georgia.
Well, I have one more, but it's deep.
Okay.
I forgot.
Now, Quay Walker, I watched the championship game, and this guy is a beast at the linebacker position. He's running all around the field, he's set up on one side and he makes the tackle all the way on the other side. He has the ability to see into the backfield and just play he's a good run stopper. He can see into the backfield and just stuff the holes. And he also has the ability to he just has a good football IQ, in my opinion. He has the ability to be a great leader who can see what the offense is doing, and he can make the adjustments to stop big plays from happening. And he's just a big game linebacker that I think has fallen down draft boards.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Jahan Dotson, that was one of the places I wanted to go. Watching a lot of Penn State myself, and
They're always on here for some reason.
You're right.
They're always here.
I definitely love his speed, his game breaker ability. But another guy that I like, and I watch a lot of SEC doing the This Week in SEC with Anthony Handy, Traylon Burks out of Arkansas. Arkansas is not normally a really good team. They've had McFadden and those years, but I mean, they're really nothing in the SEC. And he had them competing with some top tier talent. Obviously, not Georgia. Georgia shut them down, but Georgia shut everybody down. And, they were putting up big numbers.
Georgia shut Bama down.
Well, right. Well, yeah, not the first time, but second time. Yeah. But but we saw Traylon Burks definitely come out in that offense, and they really relied on him. And I think if you put him with the right team, and where I have him going, he's definitely going to beat Workwell, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I love what he has going on. And another guy I'm going to pick, and I'm going to be very homer and biased. You know who my team is, Tar Heel Nation, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, he's not going first.
If he goes first round, it'll be one of the worst mistakes in draft history.
Right.
I think I have Sam Howell rated lower than Carson Strong.
Wow. Well, that actually works perfect because I do want to pick him up a lot later in the draft. So I'm with that. But I do think, kind of like Desmond Ridder, this guy's a 3-year starter. This guy's had top-tier talent. I mean, a lot of people overlook the fact that 4 of his studs came out a year ago. Michael Carter, Javonte Williams, De'Ami Brown, and Daz Newsome. Now, Daz got injured. He broke his collarbone. De'Ami was nowhere to be found. But Michael Carter
had some good plays, but he was also injured. He also
had Tyler Heineke throw it to him. So let's
also
an asterisk right there.
He's a replacement when Scary Terry leaves.
Well, no. Not doing this.
I will say, Terry McLaurin is actually at least showing up to workouts. That shows good character. He's not participating, but he's showing up.
He's a good character guy. Well, and I'm going to talk about where we need to go with him on that. But definitely. No. Definitely Sam Howell. Hey. I mean, like we said with Desmond Ridder, he's a 3-year starter. He's played under in a pro style offense. He's had, you put him with the right team. I don't want him starting somewhere because it's going to be a Mitchell Trubisky situation. When he came out, obviously, he had a couple of good years in the beginning, but that didn't pan out. So I'm thinking Sam Howell, you put him somewhere where he can sit on the bench, learn the system, work it out. And that's somebody who I'm interested in. Andrew said George Pickens.
I like George Pickens a lot as well.
Yeah. I think I have the Steelers.
Georgia guy. So, again, played against a lot of competition.
Yep, Steelers at 52, George Pickens.
How are we feeling about the injury? I mean, he was hurt.
I don't think the injury matters too much. I think that's killed the draft grade. He at the beginning of the season, he was first round guy, but then injury killed his draft grade. It's because people can't see as much of him anymore.
Yeah.
So I think if you can get him in the second and third round, it's gonna be a steal for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another player my last player I had the third and fourth round, late a lot later, but I think it's really good. It's another Cincinnati cornerback It's Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Not that one though.
Not the Kobe.
Kobe, you're right.
Yeah, see Kobe.
See Kobe.
He was the guy that was always getting thrown at during during the games because Sauce would just take down whoever he had to. But what Cincinnati didn't do was have Sauce shadow. So usually Kobe Bryant was the one going against number ones. He was able to stop Bama's receivers for a bit with Jameson Williams, stop him for a bit until they put Jameson Williams in the slot, and then he started going off. But he's been able to stop number one receivers all year. The only knock on him right now is his 40 time, which again might not even matter that much. But he ran a 4.5 40, which isn't very fast for corners. Yeah. But I think he's going to be pretty good. Just a nice pick in the third, fourth round.
Absolutely agree. He won the Jim Thorpe Award this past year. You know what I mean? I mean, look, I loved him. I was a big Cincinnati guy. I
was a huge Cincinnati guy.
Yeah, I said in the fall they're going to make the Final Four. I said they can get to the championship. They didn't. They came up a game short. But with that team, they had a bunch of guys. They were all coming back. Well, I said it, and then people were laughing at me early in the year. I said they can run with Bama. And look, they did not. Yeah, it was 27.
They did not run with Bama.
They did not run with Bama.
But listen, the Bama didn't run them out the stadium. Okay, yeah. They had them kind of somewhat shut down for a little bit, but not. But that offense, Ritter, and this is why I didn't like Ritter, man, because when he came up against that competition, Ritter just didn't. He wasn't able to move the ball like he had.
But I feel like it was more on his receivers because his receivers were just getting shut down. If you were watching, like Alec Pierce, like one catch. Yeah, and it was just him and Jerome Ford trying to carry the offense.
Yeah,
and that is somebody that I think we should look at later in the draft. Alec Pierce, he's got some size, definitely getting underlooked in this very deep wide receiver draft. So I'm interested to see what he can do. But ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna go ahead and move on. We've talked about. I forgot to do the border. We talked about our sleepers and we talked about our can't miss prospect. We're about to give you our mock draft, but before we do that, we're going to go ask the question that everybody in the country wants to know, and everybody's going to stay tuned to on draft night. Who goes number one? Colin, I'm going to come to you first. Who do you think goes number one?
Aiden Hutchinson.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm boring. I can't.
Yeah, that's the right answer. But is that the Jaguars' answer?
Exactly.
My friend was really high on Sauce Gardner going first.
Wow, number one.
Hey, if he goes first, I'm jumping through a table. I'll say that right here, right now. If Sauce Gardner
was really high on
overall,
Sauce
I'm
Gardner
jumping through a table.
Here's my thing.
Will it happen?
Here's my thing with the Jags. They don't need Trayvon Walker would be a good pickup. I don't see him being better for the Jaguars than Aiden Hutchinson being. And then the argument between Thibodeau and Hutchinson is the better player there. Mm-hmm. I originally had Evan Neal going first overall, but then the Jaguars offensive tackle situation, they signed some offensive tackles, and I'm like, maybe they won't be going there.
Yeah.
And they got Sheriff to strengthen the offensive line. So the hole on defense, getting a star defensive player is really in their repertoire. So I have to say the edge from Michigan goes first overall.
I like that. I you know what? I'm still stuck on Neal myself. I like what you were saying about how the help they got on O-line, but Neal is one of those prospects, in my opinion. Number one thing in Jacksonville, we all know Trevor Lawrence. You got to protect your investment. And then you're coming with ETN in the backfield, who's had spent all last year out on injury. You want to protect that as well. The more O-linemen, the better. So I got Evan Neal going there first, but Hutchinson, I can't. It's 1A and 1B for me. I can't really go against Hutchinson, but in this, my mindset is just protect your investment. Dylan, what do you think?
So first I want to say Travis Etienne is the only player in NFL history to ever be lucky to have a season-ending injury. So you got to avoid all the Urban Meyer stuff.
Right. Avoided all of that.
Bro, but imagine because Urban Meyer had this weird loving for Carlos Hyde. He just kept trying to throw Carlos Hyde.
That about?
But then imagine Etienne and Robinson, who are both better than Carlos Hyde, getting bent because he likes Carlos Hyde.
Yeah. And he thinks he was done wrong in the league. Oh, Urban Meyer, get out of here!
Yeah,
the news. So who do you have going number one?
So I think there's 4 plausible options: Aiden Hutchinson, Evan Neal, Trayvon Walker, and Kayvon Thibodeau are the
Okay.
4. So I think Thibodeau has the possibility to be the best player in the draft class. He's a very hit or miss guy with injuries and some effort concerns. So then, if the Jaguars want a day one guy who can just go in there, wreck the game, then they have to take Aiden Hutchinson. But this is the Jaguars, and if you want to go for who will go number 1 and not who should go number 1, I think it's got to be Trayvon Walker because big combine, freak athlete, but a bit raw. That's like the definition of a Jaguars player.
The Jaguars, right? And look, we've seen all those things that they've done on offense in the offseason. Some of the acquisitions you talked about, Brandon Sheriff, Christian Kirk. They paid him. They already got some wide out, so you're getting ETN back, like we discussed a minute ago. Defense is somewhere that they definitely want to look to improve. We all know they have the real Josh Allen, and he proved that this year.
Better Josh Allen.
Let's go.
Fumble, interception, sack.
Come on now. Josh
He's
Allen.
the first player in NFL history to do that against a player with the same name. Probably.
Right.
I have not checked that fact, though.
Yeah, hey, find that out. Look it up. Yo,
Dylan's
but I
weird
mean,
stats.
and then on top of that, Jacksonville loses the guy that came to you, Mr. Colin, Miles Jack, who I think is a huge piece in that Jaguars defense, or was. So I think they're going to need to focus on the defense, and that's the pick. That's the way to go. It's Trayvon Walker and Hutchinson. I love that. I just think they're going to be the Jags and pick another lineman.
Take a running back first overall. Take Anthony Walker.
Malik Willis.
Yeah. They're going punter. Let's go.
Matt Araiza. No, the Jaguars, they wouldn't even take Matt Araiza to hit like the second best punter.
See, I can see them do. Hey, no, hey, we are moving on. We're gonna get right into it. Hey, we're giving you our mock draft. We know the draft is a week.
Let me go number 2, by the way.
Oh, on number 2.
I need to make a pick with the Lions at 32.
Okay, bet. So 1, we've told you who we got number 1. So you want to go ahead and start? Oh yeah, because we already did. I did number 1. So number 2, Colin, I'm coming to you.
Wait, your number 1 was Evan Neal, right?
Yeah, my number 1 was Evan Neal.
All right, I'm gonna keep track of it on my other monitor.
All right.
2 was Evan Neal, but if Evan Neal is not available there, again, you have to go with Aiden Hutchinson.
Yep.
You have to go Aiden Hutchinson, Evan Neal. Whoever the Jaguars don't take, the Lions will take with the next pick.
I agree.
It's just. Dylan, who did you have going number 2?
What? I had Malik Willis going number 2.
Woo!
This is why. It's what people are saying is that that's what the Lions are going to do, and I see that as a Lions pick. Get the big name, get tickets in get people in the stands,
put butts in seats.
Really? You're like, I mean, hey, they are the Lions. They are Detroit. They are Detroit. Number 3 in the draft. What did you have? Houston, Texas got this pick. Dylan, what are you thinking?
I think so. Texans. I'm on like the Pro Football draft, like the mock draft simulator to keep track of it, and it's telling me it just says team needs, and under it, instead of saying like positions, it just says everything.
Everything.
And that's not even a joke. It says every position. So I think they're gonna take Ikem Ekwonu because Larry Tunsil has a huge thing going around him right now. Probably this is his last year, so they can put him guard. Or they can put him right tackle and then move him left tackle second year, which is what I think they'll do. So I think that's the pick for them. Bolster up the offensive line and help protect Davis Mills.
Well, I like that.
Okay. I don't hate it. I still have Thibodeau.
Yeah, I got Ekwonu. I agree.
Wow.
I agree. I think
Ekwonu is a baller.
I think they're
going
to use that. I think they're going to need that. I mean, look, they could try to go defense if they want to, but they also have another pick in the first round. So I honestly have them going O-line. I have them going something. Okay. They didn't look. I think that would be a great pick and it's best available. Mm-hmm. You know, best available at that time. But so you said who you have? You had Thibodeau.
I have Thibodeau going 3rd overall.
Okay.
I can't see the Texans moving along without a piece on defense that does something.
Yeah. I understand
Like,
that makes sense.
They need something.
Yeah. So Andrew said Alex, our friend Alex Loosemore, North Sports Dynasty, diehard Lions fan, hates the idea of a QB at number 2. I gotta say it's
That's why they're gonna do it.
They're gonna use their two. They're gonna use their 2 first-round picks to trade up to number 1 and then take Malik Willis.
Wow.
That would be
the
Lions move. That would be a
Detroit.
Yo, we got to move on. Number 4 pick in the draft, the New York Jets.
Jets. Suck.
Woo! Now, this is where I put Thibodeau. I put Thibodeau going 4. And I mean, they definitely need defensive line help. I think this would be helpful for them. And I mean, he's, in my opinion, I probably have 2 or 3 guys that could have gone here, but this is where I thought that I just didn't think you can leave him on the board without taking him. So I had Thibodeau. What do you guys think?
I like the Thibodeau. I think they could go Thibodeau, but I think I really am all aboard the Sauce Gardner at number 4 train. Take him ahead of like the Falcons, the Seahawks, who need corners, and then go wide receiver at number 10 or D-line at number 10 because there's a lot of good edge rushers.
Okay.
Okay. I'm buying into the Hamilton hype. I don't see a world in which Hamilton does not go in the top 5.
Wow.
I think they need somebody to replace Mr. I'm the best in the nation. And I think Kyle Hamilton will do a solid job in that secondary of just playing how he plays. He just fills a hole that the Jets desperately need to fill. And he's one of the best secondary players here, along with Sauce Gardner.
I like that.
He'd replace the Michael Carter on the Jets, but not that Michael Carter on the Jets. The other Michael Carter on the Jets.
The other one.
I'm the best in the nation. I can't get over that.
Right. Yo, moving on to the 5th pick, the other New York team, just as bad, the New York Football Giants. Who do you got, Colin?
This is where I had Iguanado going.
Okay.
5th overall.
Now he's gone. So,
but now he's gone. I guess I'll go with who I had the Giants picking at 7, which was Sauce Gardner.
Okay.
I think that, they have their secondary is lacking. They lost,
especially because Bradbury's having the whole contract.
Bradbury's having issues. They lost
Peppers.
It was
Peppers.
Peppers is his name. It was like the guy they got in the Odell trade.
Real Peppers
is gone. Wow. They need secondary help, and Sauce Gardner would be the
Eli
best
Apple is gone like 3 years
ago.
Oh my God. But that was one of the worst picks of all time.
Awful that
Eli Apple.
And instead of Eli Apple just accepting the fact that he's a bust, he just goes around roasting every single. He's like the Patrick Beverly of the NFL.
Yeah.
Dude, you make me want to buy jam and butter. That's how toast you are.
Oh, God. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, no,
so,
I love
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, you're giving me the Panthers. Oh, no.
Who you got? I went online with you. I had Charles Cross at this point, but yeah, I like that.
So the Panthers, they obviously need quarterback. Sam Darnold's just not it. He's seeing goes too much.
Yep.
But they could also use O-line with Charles Cross still available, and they could also still trade for a quarterback. So with all this considering, you also have to consider that this is the Panthers, and I think Matt Rule goes with Malik Willis.
I agree. 100% I agree.
Okay.
Malik Willis at 6 to the Panthers.
This also saves the Steelers from trading up.
Thank you.
Yeah, it does. Because once he comes off the board, they're not going to want any other guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, Malik Willis, big name again. Very fun player to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Can get a lot of people behind him. Get butts and seats, which is something the Panthers need with lack of like true star power that doesn't get injured.
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, every year. So moving to 7 at for the Giants. Again, I agree with what you guys were saying earlier about them losing, having issues with Bradbury, losing Jabril Peppers. So this is where I say they take Derek Stingley.
2 corners.
Yeah, I think he goes here.
Stingley.
Yeah.
If the Giants did that, they'd get absolutely roasted, though. Taking 2 corners to the top 10.
Could happen, yeah. But this is where I thought. But he's raw. We've talked about it. But you still go up against some of that top tier talent week in and week out and practice and stuff like that at LSU. I like him. I like what he's got going on, and I think the Giants, there's a need. And let's be honest, the Giants are terrible with money. We saw towards the end of last year. They got a new GM, a new coach or whatever, but I still think the same issues are there. So I think they go here, and one of these two picks will work out for them.
Colin, if you want me to give you a rundown of who's like on the board right now, I can.
I think my guy is still on the board at 8.
Number 8. Okay.
I have the hometown guy coming home. I have Quay Walker staying in Georgia and going to the Atlanta Falcons at 8.
Okay.
Again, the Falcons have holes on defense. They have holes on offense. They got holes everywhere. But getting a big name linebacker who is from your state, who's played championship games in your home stadium, is something that will bring the fans' attention. He fills a need, and he would be one of the best players available at this pick. I see no reason they don't take Quay Walker at this pick.
Okay. I like that. Who do you have at 9?
So on the board right now, it's between two options for the Seahawks. You have Charles Cross or you have Kyle Hamilton on the board right now still. So Kyle Hamilton's probably the better player of the two, like just true player. But Charles Cross has a more like positional need, a higher position.
Yeah.
For offensive tackle. And also the Seahawks do have two like starting caliber safeties already in Quandre Diggs, who they just re-signed, and Jamal Adams, who is not actually the best in the nation, but whatever he tells us.
Best in the nation.
So I think the Seahawks go Charles Cross here. They're able to try to protect Drew Lock, who is definitely not going to be the quarterback next year.
Nope. No,
But
Baker Mayfield.
I love that. And then at 10, to me, the Jets, I think with Charles Cross going there, you talked about the two prospects. The other one, Kyle Hamilton, I would love it if he slipped one more pick to Washington.
That's where I have him going in my draft. It's 11 to Washington.
I think he goes here. I just think the Jets, they let Jamal Adams. We know what would happen with that story. I think they need somebody like this. We've all said he is probably the best safety in the draft.
Replace Marcus May, who went to the Saints.
Yeah, I don't think if he is here at 10, I don't think they can overlook him. I don't think they can afford to overlook him. So I got them going there at 10, Kyle Hamilton.
Ooh, Colin, you had the Washington pick.
Oh, Washington.
Yeah,
both of the picks I had for Washington are off the board right now.
Yeah.
I had Derek Stingley here.
Okay.
That would be a Washington pick. Effort issues.
It's a positional need for a player who could be boom or bust. Seems like something Washington would do, but he's off the board. My backup would have been Kyle Hamilton. He went one pick earlier. So I will take who I had the Jets getting at one pick earlier, and I will move him a slot back falling to Washington. And that's wide receiver, Ohio State, Garrett Wilson.
Yep, I like that.
I can see that.
Terry McLaurin will not be here 2 seasons from now. I'm just going to say it. He will not be here.
So they replace one Ohio State receiver with another.
Curtis Samuel is not the answer.
Growing
Kwame
injury.
Brown could be good. We haven't seen much of him. We'll see what he does. I think you need to get depth at the wide receiver because I don't think Washington and Dan Snyder have the cojones to cough up the money Terry McLaurin is going to demand. So I see them taking an insurance policy with Garrett Wilson at this pick.
But really, how does this question the legacy of Antonio Gandy Golden on the Washington team? How does that affect him?
AGG. Golly. I know people that have wanted him since the day he got here. They love his size, but he just never panned out.
He's just been injured a lot. I loved Gandy Golden.
Yeah. It just never translated into the league. The injury situation has reared its ugly head. It stinks, but I love this pick. I love you getting Garrett Wilson. I definitely I had him in other mock drafts at this part, so I love that. I love that. All right, Dylan, number 12, Minnesota Vikings.
So yeah, the Vikings, they're another team with a lot of needs. Needs interior of O-line. They need pretty much defense, just defense. With cornerback problems, edge rushing problems with the Neal Hunter's injuries. But the one thing they do not need is wide receiver. Which is why I think that it's a very possible chance they go wide receiver.
Wow.
Oh.
But I'm not gonna go wide receiver. I don't think. Let me check. If there's no one else that's good, I'll go wide receiver.
I know who I have picked, and it's
I think I'll take George Karlaftis, Purdue guy.
ooh.
Help.
Edge rusher. Yeah.
I had a different edge rusher in this spot.
Okay.
Jermaine Johnson from
Yeah, he's
Florida
also
State.
good.
That's who I had. That's who I had as well. Jermaine
Well,
Johnson.
I think they take Karlaftis, get more like what's it?
Where do I have him? I don't even think I have him in the first
I'm
round.
really
I
can't think of the word right now. Develops and like a more developed, crafty guy, not
Oh, no,
relying
I do
on
have him
raw
in the first round.
athleticism.
Okay.
So then you put them opposite of Neal Hunter, so then they can have two completely different players coming off the edge, keep the offensive line off balance.
I like that. All right, it's 13 for the Vikes. Now 14, Baltimore.
12 Vikes.
12 for the Vikes.
12
The Texans at 13.
Oh, 13 for the Texans. They're 13 for the Texans. Is that me? Is that me at 13?
Yep.
Oh, and you just took my guy and
Jermaine Johnson? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no,
I
Carl
had-
Loftus.
I had-
Karlaftis.
You had Karlaftis. I don't know if I want Jermaine still going there though, because I got them going line.
I already have Thibodeau there, so I can't pick another edge rusher there.
You got Wilson already there. Jermaine. You know where I go with this? I think people are thinking they're gonna shock people. I'm moving a couple things around right now because I don't.
Okay.
I want at 13 for Houston. I believe in Davis Mills. I like him, but I think Kenny Pickett's still going to be available, and I think Houston Pickett off the board. 13.
Wow.
Close to the pick I have.
Book it.
I think they would go on wide receiver, considering there's two stars
Drake London
up
going
forward.
there.
Get Drake London going. I could see that. I could see that because you don't know what Cooks. They didn't re-sign Cooks, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They
they
extended
did.
him.
That's why I'm leaning towards let's get some weapons. Mills could get it done, but I think Mills last year might have been a fluke season.
His
I was-
neck's too long.
I think you surround him with weapons, he could be good, or he could be, absolute.
I
dog
think
water.
Houston's still like 3 to 4 years away from building back up. So I
Mm-hmm.
think right now you just go best player available.
Yeah.
Get players.
And Drake London is there. I mean,
Yeah. I do like Drake London, but I have him going a little bit later in there. But we shall definitely see. Now, number 14, Colin, I'm coming to you. The Ravens.
no matter how much this pick is going to pay me, because I would have loved to see this guy in a Steelers uniform. I know we don't need him. It would be cool if we got him. This is where I have Jordan Davis going.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, big baby. Okay.
Going 14 to the Ravens. I would hate to see him keep smashing in Najee Harris's face for 2 games a year. But he fills a hole they need. I was going to have them draft secondary help, but there isn't secondary help available still here that I think they could get. So they draft a defensive tackle to bolster their line. Calais Campbell's coming back. They could have a great defensive line coming into this season if they add Jordan Davis. And I just think that Jordan Davis could go here. And then otherwise, I think they might draft a wideout here.
I like that. Alrighty. All right, Dylan.
Eagles with 50.
Years.
So the Eagles in a very good situation right now with multiple picks in the mid-first round and not like too many glaring needs. And they can just sit back, wait to see everyone picks, and take best player available.
Yeah.
And right now with two wide receivers who look amazing coming out available, and Jalen Reagor being Jalen Reagor.
Yeah.
So then
Should have drafted
wide
Justin
receiver.
Jefferson.
And then the real question is, do they want Jameson Williams, get another former teammate of Jalen Hurts?
Alabama connection.
Alabama guys. Or do they want to go with the big body red zone threat they don't really have on their team with Drake London? And I think Justin Water 2 going back and forth. I think they go Drake London.
Oh, yeah.
Get their red zone threat, get a big body, get someone that Hurts can just throw it up to when he gets in trouble. To screw it, he's down there somewhere.
Yep. Reminds me of Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Set him there, just chuck it up there and let him go, play jump ball or whatever. So I like that pick. I like that.
Yeah, I don't have him going wide out at all, which I was thinking that I have them going wide out at 18, but at 15, I have them picking up defensive help with Devin Lloyd, the linebacker from Utah.
Okay. Oh, I like
That's
that.
also very possible.
That's very possible. So at 16,
The Aints.
the Saints. At this, I look at this point. This is where I go. Well, you just said Drake London, so I said I think this is where Jameson Williams.
I love that.
comes off the board.
Okay. I can see that.
Get Winston so we can throw deep to, so you have another 30-30 season.
Because you saw what he did with Callaway and some of those no-name wide receivers from a year ago. He was looking somewhat
Marcus
decent.
Callaway, Deontay Harris, Traquan Smith.
You know what I mean?
Taysom Hill somehow.
We know Michael Thomas won't be there next year. So, I give him a wide receiver. Williams, hopefully Williams and him mesh up and really do something. I like that. That's where I'm going with that one.
This is where I had Pickett.
This is where this is where you mean he didn't drop to Pittsburgh? What?
No, please, no.
All right. Colin, coming to you at 17, the Chargers.
He's gonna hate me for this pick. I have them going interior offensive line, getting Zion Johnson from Boston College.
Despicable.
Wow. The
Chargers again are one of those teams without a plethora of needs.
Mm-hmm.
The best player that fits a position where they could start a player would be interior offensive line with Zion Johnson.
I think they go Trent McDuffie.
The corner from Washington?
Yeah, they someone across J.C. Jackson so they can keep Asante Samuel in the slot. And
I think they protect Justin Herbert.
Was in a lot of draft boards. Supposed to be going like top 15 some.
I can see. That's interesting. Yeah, me personally, I wouldn't help. This is where I had Drake London going because I think you give him another weapon. But yeah, O-line I can go with. Corner, another weapon for that defense. I can go with that as well. But this is my sleeper team to go the distance, especially in the AFC. So that's where I'm at. So yeah, you got Eagles at 18.
So again, Eagles are another really nice position where they have two very, very good players just falling down the board, and Trent McDuffie and Devin Lloyd. Mm-hmm. So now they have to judge which one is the bigger need. And with them having Darius Slay, even though he's probably going to be gone within the next couple of years, and also with them barely having any notable linebackers, I'm just going to completely ignore what I just said there and go Trent McDuffie. I'm just not excited.
Trent McDuffie going to the okay. I like that pick
because with Darius Slay leaving soon, and also them Malcolm Jenkins retired, they were using at safety last year when he came back, and also not many great safeties. They have what's his name? Anthony Harris out of UVA, or Virginia Tech, one of the two, and without any other real corners, I think they take Trent McDuffie, huge hops, like hitting up really high, decent 40. Also played for Washington, which is pretty much like DB University. So I think they take Trent McDuffie here.
Oh, I like that.
I had Jameson Williams here at 18, like as a poetic way of Jalen Riggering at the 18th pick.
Yeah,
they pick Jameson Williams.
No, they take Jahan Dotson at 18 and let Williams fall.
Man, yo. So moving on to number 19, the Saints. Back on the board, and I think they use this pick to get a little protection. I think they get Kenyon Green.
Oh,
I think they pick
up another
person.
People are at pretty high up. People are falling out of first rounds for people.
I've seen him fall out of first rounds. I've seen him get in the top 30, not the top.
There he is. All right, I found where I have him. He's 27 on my draft.
Yeah, 27. Yeah, I had him. I had him a little like 2 picks later than this, but since he's available, and this is where I definitely think they need a little help because I had to let the Saints going O-line anyway. So yeah, I got Kenyon Green going here. I actually had him going 1 pick I had him going down to the 20th. I thought the Steelers needed O-line, but I'm
not at the guard position.
Not at the guard position. Well, then that's perfect. Then he was going to the Saints for me.
All right, I had Olave going here, wide receiver, Ohio State.
Okay, I looked at that as well. Oh yeah,
I don't think Michael Thomas is ever going to come back. I think he's done.
Yeah,
just like done with the league or done with the Saints.
Done with the league. I think this is the time where he just calls it quits. I don't see him coming back. I don't.
Like 28 though.
I don't see a team. The Raiders already have a wide receiver. That was the only place where I could see him going was another drama queen wide receiver leaving and going to the Raiders. I don't see any other team that needs a wide receiver like the Packers or the Chiefs putting up with his crap. So I don't see a spot for him left in the league.
Wow.
I think he's just going to stay with the Saints this year. That's what it's looking like. Run more slants. Become Slant Boy 2.0.
Yeah.
Slants.
Yeah. We'll see how that works for him.
Offensive player of the year. Only slants.
Right. All right.
I get to pick for the Steelers.
Look at you. Look at that. Right. The number 20 pick coming to Colin. What do you
I'm gonna fake read this like I'm at the draft because I'm never gonna be able to do it.
I already know who it is. Let me pull him up.
The 20th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. The 6-time Super Bowl champ, Pittsburgh Steelers select Trevor Penning, offensive tackle, Northern Iowa. We need to protect whoever is our quarterback, whether it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the noodle arm that is Mitch Trubisky, or we somehow resurrect Duck Hodges. Whatever we end up doing there, we need to protect him. Trevor Penning, again, is one of the guys. Big dude, blindside guy. Plug him in. Protect our guy. Protect Najee Harris. Please protect that man. Najee Harris is not only a good running back, but he's such a good human being.
Oh, yeah, I like the guy. I definitely like him. I don't like him in fantasy because thanks to Ash Swin, he beat me in the fantasy
I did as well.
But yeah. Yo, moving on to the New England Patriots at 21. Colin, Dylan, what do you think?
Yeah. So Patriots have a nice situation again where they just have to take best player available. And with a lot of good players like Tyler Linderbaum up, who they could use, or Devin Lloyd up, who they could use. I think they take Devin Lloyd to replace Dante Hightower, get more middle linebackers in to try to help stop the run and improve on what they were last year, where they were just getting killed by the Bills to going to 7 touchdowns and 7 drives. So I think they take Devin Lloyd because Devin Lloyd is a very good player, Utah guy. Came in, just a great Mike linebacker, able to find holes, stop run game, and also decent in pass coverage as well, which I think gives him the step over to Kobe Dean as he's the better pass coverage guy. So I think they take him and help their defense improve.
I like that. At number 22. Your Green Bay Packers take Desmond Ridder. No, right? No, I got them taking the Kobe Dean. Somebody to replace what was it?
We are not replacing anyone. We re-signed all our linebackers.
Desiree. I thought you guys.
He's an edge rusher. He's not.
He's an edge rusher. That's right.
We re-signed Campbell. We re-signed Chris Barnes.
I like N'Kobe Dean here. I think he is a game changer, and I think they can find a spot for him at this. I know you were signing your guys, but I just think whatever they do, they're not going to go to what their need is, which is obviously wide receiver.
I have the big.
I think they're taking
Traylon Burks.
You guys have them taking Olave because I still have Olave on the board.
Olave's already off my draft board. Traylon Burks goes here.
Okay, I like that. I like that pick. All right, now the Cardinals at 24. Colin, what you think?
23.
So hear me out.
Yep.
Kyler Murray is just being a drama queen and will get a contract. Nothing to worry about.
Going to baseball.
Big need right now, cornerback. There are 2 solid cornerbacks still on the board, and Tyler Lam and Andrew Booth Jr. I had Andrew Booth Jr. going 21 to the Patriots. I think he's a better cornerback than Lam, so I have the Cardinals taking Andrew Booth here now.
Okay.
Cornerback from, I think, Clemson. They need to fill that hole. They need, especially in the division they're in, minus the Seahawks, they had Devo Samuel, Odell Beckham, Cooper Kupp. Even Seattle's still got Lockett. They still got DK Metcalf. You need a cornerback and some secondary help. They have Budda Baker at safety. And you need a cornerback to guard these guys one-on-one. So this is where Andrew Booth goes.
I like that pick. All right, Dylan.
Dallas.
What do you got for the Cowboys?
I'm very tempted to give him an awful player here out of Cowboys. But so Cowboys just got killed. Their O-line just got killed in the wild card game. And also QB draws was what killed them in the wild card game. So I think the Dallas, they addressed their O-line needs, but with they already having Zach Martin, Leo Collins is gone now, but they still have Tyron Smith, and they don't really have a great center, so I think they take Tyler Linderbaum.
Okay.
Another big Cornhusker boy, and he goes to Dallas. as said.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That is a good pick. Now, if you would go ahead and tell us at this point, we are coming on the 25th pick, the Buffalo Bills. Who is still on the board?
The big names I would say still on the board is Jermaine Johnson. How is he still on the board?
Yeah.
Chris Olave, Devontae Wyatt, Kyer Elam, Dax Hill, Ritter, Traylon Burks, Boye Mafe,
Matt Corral.
Yep, Corral.
Lewis
Scene, yep.
And Christian Watson.
Christian Watson's season. Jahan Dotson as well.
Oh wow.
And then
Yeah. So I actually had Jahan Dotson going one pick above here. I had him going to Dallas because they lost everybody, but he's not doing that. I think him being available here, him and Traylon Burks, two guys that I'm very high on. But again, watching a lot of Penn State ball, Jahan Dotson I think is a playmaker, and at a Buffalo with them losing a couple guys, I think this could be a solid pick for Josh Allen, the other Josh Allen.
Not a good one.
But he's one of the best players available at this particular point. So I like this going to Buffalo. Number 26, Tennessee Titans. Colin, what you think?
All right. So this was my big reach, my big extension. So you should prepare that soundbite of Nate going what, or am I crazy?
I know exactly.
I think the Titans go full panic mode. I think they look at their last few playoff games and they see one glaring hole that's brought them back down every time. And I think they hit the panic button, break the fire axe out, smash the panic button. Matt Corral at 26 to the Titans.
What? Matt Corral. Wow.
Matt Corral, 26 to the Titans.
Wow.
I think he's the best quarterback still on the board.
Yeah.
And I think the Titans will believe, and I think they are, that one spot away. If they get a quarterback who can not throw an interception on the first play of a playoff game, they could get over that hump with A.J. Brown and Derrick Henry and their defense, which is looking stacked.
I mean, A.J. Brown is also a guy holding out.
He'll get his contract. Because remember, Cap's a lie.
Cap is a lie.
I see them. I just see them going quarterback here. I think that they believe, and I think rightfully so, they believe they're one piece away. Matt Corral only drops this far because of his injury. Otherwise, he would be the number one quarterback on everyone's board still. Yeah. And the only reason he's down here is because he got hurt. I see Matt Corral as a solid option. If Tannehill doesn't work out, then you plug in Corral after he's learned the system for a few weeks, and you see where he takes you. The Titans, Matt Corral, it makes sense.
I like that. Okay. All right, Dylan, coming to you at 27. They just got the GOAT back. Now they need a little help.
He's back.
Tampa Bay is on the board. What you got?
So Tampa Bay is in Tampa Bay and Green Bay are in this hypothetical scenario. They're in an amazing situation. Tampa Bay gets the choice of either Jermaine Johnson or Chris Olave. So they've fallen down our boards. And the Packers are just going to take whichever one's probably still available after this, too.
Yeah.
So the Buccaneers, they have Godwin. They have Mike Evans.
Yep.
Scotty Miller, they have. They drafted Jalen Darden last year. They have another guy. They signed Russell Gage as well. So I think they have enough wide receivers, and they take Jermaine Johnson, help get more edge pressure, and get the defense to be able to live up to where the offense is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they take Jermaine Johnson, who's most probably going to go top 15, if not top 10. So I don't know how he's fallen to 27, but
right. There is some draft day news comes out. All right.
Yeah. He had a gas mask on, and
I was about to say the gas mask thing.
You're right.
Pencil.
Well, hey, and I mean, and to that point, man, Green Bay at 28. I think this is where I think they finally do the right thing. They're super surprised that Olave is still there, and they pick him up. They're like, we have to get him. We'd be stupid. And I think Aaron Rodgers himself comes to the podium and makes this pick.
Give me a wide receiver.
You are coming here.
Yes.
Let's go. All right, Colin, coming to you at 29, the first of Kansas City's back-to-back picks. What are you thinking they're doing?
Kansas City, with their burnt toast that was their cornerbacks and their holes on defense, seeing Elam is still on the board here, take him.
Okay.
I see them taking the cornerback help. I originally had them drafting seeing the safety because I had Elam going way up.
Mhm.
But if Elam is here, I see no reason the Chiefs don't draft a cornerback to help, again, defend against the hodgepodge of receivers that are about to be thrown at them with Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Jerry Jeudy, and Cortland Sutton. You need somebody to protect, and their secondary is trash. So you gotta protect the secondary.
I like that. Okay, cool. And with their second pick, the 30th pick in the draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select who, Mr. Dylan Walsh?
So Chiefs this year, they've lost a lot of key wide receivers. Lost Tyreek Hill, lost DeMarcus Robinson, lost Byron Pingrel, lost Sammy Watkins 2 years ago. Which pretty much leaves them to TikTok Boy and McCole Hardman. And
Corvette.
I don't think Juju is going to be able to be the number one guy. And also, to get a second speed threat on the team, I think they go Christian Watson here.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, yeah, this is where I
Get another
Christian
speed
Watson.
guy, great route runner as well, able to get separation. Get another guy that Patrick Mahomes can just bomb it to if he needs to.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay. At 31, the defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals. In my opinion, we saw what Burrow did with Jamar Chase. Everybody knows O-line is where there was a huge need. Yes, I think they are going to continue to work on that in the draft.
I think they signed good enough of the
Well,
line. Lael, Kappa.
That's why I said they're going to continue to work on that in the draft. But at 31, I have them going for an immediate hole that they just lost, who played a big part in that Super Bowl run. They lost C.J. Uzomah, their tight end. So I think they go tight end right here. I think they go tight end. I think they get the guy out of Colorado State, Trey McBride. I think he's going to help to fill in that hole, and I think they like this from here. That's where I'm going. I normally didn't even look tight end, and I saw this guy start to come up a little bit. My favorite tight ends personally are Kohler out of Iowa State and Weidermeyer out of Texas A&M. I think those are some solid names, but McBride's been moving up, so I got them doing that right now.
All right, last pick.
Last pick,
I think
Detroit.
it's off the board, right?
What?
Who?
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett's off the board. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, misuse, forgive me.
I think they go punter here, in my humble opinion.
You can see it happening.
Oh my God. I think Detroit jumps the shark literally for ratings, and just because I don't think they want to deal with the albatross that is Jared Goff's contract anymore. So I see Desmond Ridder going to Detroit at this pick. Again, Desmond Ridder is one of those quarterbacks who you'll either get amazing and you'll get everything out of him, or he's going to be Johnny Football and goodbye. So long. I'm here for 3 seasons. I'm going to go play in the CFL now. So that's your hit or miss guy, and the Lions are just going to do the most Lions thing and go, okay, time to draft a quarterback.
Right.
Who's the best one available? Ridder? Take him.
Like
Go.
that.
I would say so. Some I'm looking at right now. Some big names we left out of the first round. We left Jahan. Wait, no, we didn't leave Jahan Dotson. Never mind.
I got him.
We left Dax Hill out, which is probably the biggest one. Look, there's Jalen Petre who left out, and then like some edge rushers like Ojabo. Yep. Ojabo, Boye Mafe. What's his name? Bernard Raymond out of Central Michigan could also go. And then you got like Sam Howell, Carson Strong, all the running backs.
Yeah, I don't see a running back going this far up this season.
I don't either. I did see Breece Hall going 25.
Yeah, that's the only team that could take a running backs, the Bills.
Yeah. I saw that, but I didn't. I like Breece Hall. I mean, I watched a lot of Iowa State ball, but I don't think he ain't gonna do it. Because even last year when it was Najee and Etienne, I was kind of like, we'll see what happens. I think Najee definitely had a great year, all things considering. Good.
Brees Hill going 50 to the Chiefs.
Okay.
I think the Clyde Edwards-Helaire experiment has run its course. I don't
Mm.
think he's the guy. I think he was
I think
one of those
Darrell Williams is the guy. I love Darrell Williams. I think he's good enough.
I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire was just a luxury pick when they picked him up, thinking they didn't have any other major holes to fill, and he's just been injured and he has not panned out. And I see them drafting Brees Hall to strengthen that up.
Okay.
Devontae Wyatt's another big name we left out.
Oh yeah, I had him going way up. I have him 28 to the Packers.
You had a 28 to the Packers. I had him at 22 to the Packers. So, yeah, that is where I probably would have gone instead of Nakobe Dean there, but I thought he was already taken off the board. I should have asked you.
Sam Howell at 41 to the Seahawks.
To Seattle? Ooh, don't do that to him. Don't do that. Let him come here. Let him come to Washington.
And then way down in that third round is where I have Carson Strong.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have him going.
The real question is, where do you have Matt Araiza?
Matt Araiza, the punter?
Yeah.
Number 1 overall?
Oh, 7th round. I have him in the 7th round.
He's not lasting to the 7th round.
Oh.
Matt Araiza, the punter.
He's going where? He's not going here. We got
I am looking. I have his
we
name.
got Trust Way, baby.
Oh, there he is. Wait, let me go back up. Oh, he goes to Green Bay.
All right.
Sense.
Yeah, I have them. So the Rams, they have like no picks this year, but they're building a super team, right? We've seen it. Signed Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
We're in the running for Stephon Gilmore. In the running right now for Tyrann Mathieu. Yeah. Signed Allen Robinson. Signed Bobby Wagner. Signed all of those guys. Have Stafford still. Have Cooper Kupp still. But they lost one big player, and that was Johnny Hecker. The Panthers. Then ends with their first pick. I think in the 3rd round. I think they take Matt Araiza.
Oh, hold on. We have some big news coming out now.
What?
Jarvis Landry is visiting with the Saints.
Oh, it's visiting.
Visiting, not signed. Visiting.
Not signed, but
okay.
Okay.
Oh, and look, yeah, we're gonna have to look out for a lot more of the draft stories and things like moves that are made right here that might switch everything up in the next week and a half. Ooh, I'm excited. Is that the first punter you guys have? Is that the only punter you guys have coming off the board?
Yeah, he's the only punter I have.
He's the only special teamer I have off the board. Yeah,
he's the only one.
But I'm a huge Matt Araiza fan. I believe in him. I think he's gonna be the best player in the draft.
You don't have any long snappers going in the 5th round?
Oh wait, yes I do. I want to go in the 7th round.
Cheeseman from Michigan a year ago.
Give me a second. Let me pull him up. This is out of Pitt. His name is Cal Adamitis? Yeah, Adamitis. Cal Adamitis.
Adamitis?
Yeah, he ran a sub 540. That's a long snapper. Had a decent 3-cone time. His 3-cone time was 7.53, which is about where all D linemen are. So a bit of an athlete as a long snapper, which is what you want, so they can go down on the punt team, make tackles. It was able to long snap pretty well for Pitt when I was watching Pitt games, focusing on him mostly. Who cares about like Kenny Pickett? Focusing on the long snapper. I think Cal Adamitis. I think he goes to the Ravens in the 6th round.
Okay. I like that. Now, is there any? Let's go with colleges. What is the main colleges that are going to get the most guys? Is
Bama,
it Georgia's, Bama,
Bama, Georgia, and Cincinnati with Alec Pierce with their tight end, Myjai Sanders, Kobe Bryant, and Ahmad Gardner. Have a safety as well, Jerome Ford, Ritter. Has an O lineman.
Yeah, they're basically their whole team. At least they're starting lineup. What about Ohio State? I mean, we know about the wide receivers, but
they're the wide receivers, and
that's about it. Besides, what's the name? The linebacker.
I don't know.
Because I haven't seen.
Yeah, I think counting. I have Georgia is the most that I have up here.
Because a number of their defensive guys will be going in the draft, and you also have Alabama. Yeah.
Wait, they don't have a linebacker. My bad. I'm thinking of Asamoah, who's Oklahoma. But does it Cincinnati have a linebacker as well? Darian Beavers. That's a sick name.
Ooh. Hey,
Dylan, go ahead.
I have a question for Dylan. What do you think of Bailey Zappe?
That is the weirdest quarterback name I've heard.
Led the country in passing.
I mean,
He led the country in
And
passing.
he's from Western Kentucky. And let's
Right.
see who else is
Pick
from
on a
Western
quarterback,
Kentucky.
and we have a
The real
fifth-round pick.
TB12.
Let's go.
Tim
We
Boyle.
have a fifth-round pick lying around. Let's get
Actually,
that
no. Do you want to know the quarterbacks that came from Western
Zach.
Kentucky? You got Tim Boyle, and you have Mike White.
Wow.
Name two better quarterbacks that come out of colleges.
Come on now.
You said the name Tim Boyle, and oh my.
You saw what Mike White did against the Bengals. You saw that.
I can't even think of college.
Why is he not the starting quarterback?
He's the guy.
The guy.
Yo, let me do this for my fiance and both of y'all's old teacher, Michigan State. We know Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker.
Is anybody else? Jalen Naylor, maybe?
Yeah.
Anything else coming out? Not really.
I think Kenneth Walker's really good.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably the best running back in the draft.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Where do you think he goes?
I have him drafted somewhere. Let me go see my mock draft again.
Mock draft.
Yeah, Jalen Naylor might come in and just straight
I think
up
he was
be the
my
best
first
MVP
running
wide
back
receiver
off the
in
board,
league.
and I
Really?
forgot where he
Yeah.
was. Kenneth Walker, 43 to the Falcons.
Okay. And then try to see if they can make Cordero Patterson an actual wide receiver.
They might just do the two-headed thing. It's been working for Cleveland.
Well, yeah, but Cordero Patterson is no Chubb or Hunt. Or
I mean, Cordell
He's better
Patterson
than
could play
Kareem Hunt.
kicker.
he could.
Yeah, the only thing that Kareem Hunt can do that Cordell Patterson can't do is Kareem Hunt's just a better kicker.
It's difference. Big difference.
The Reds.
It's going to be very interesting. I'm very excited to see what's going to go down in the draft. And a lot of these moves that are being made right now, you talked about Jarvis Landry potentially getting picked up. We all know what Tyrann Matthews still out there. There's a
Come
couple,
here,
Joe.
please.
Yeah. Julio, like there's a couple of guys that are still available that are
OBJ as well.
OBJ, right. So some of
LA.
these moves
Why even
are
lie to
probably going to
ourselves?
be made prior to the draft, or if they do, that could definitely have some implications on effect on what's going on in the draft altogether. Yeah. And look, ladies and gentlemen, I already know you've seen what we picked. We all have different versions and variations of this, but for the most part, what we gave you is pretty much where we stand on it. But at the end of the day, all of this stuff can change. All of this stuff, we didn't do any trades,
Yep.
which is, we all know Pittsburgh's trading. So
No.
And we know what's it? Packers are gonna trade up for a quarterback as well. Pittsburgh and
All right. Here's my thing.
Dallas trades up for a quarterback for no reason.
If we do trade up with y'all, it's either to get Charles Cross if he's fallen or Cal Hamilton if he's fallen.
okay, yeah.
Other than that, I don't want to trade up. The only person I would want us to trade up anywhere in the top 5 and give all that up for, Sauce Gardner. Would be
Okay. I like that.
Otherwise, no. Just
No.
stay at 20, get an offensive tackle, go home.
Right. And leave it be. Leave it be. I can
Or
dig
white out. That could be cool.
Okay. I can dig it. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, buddy, thank you for being here with us as we break down the 2022 draft. We're giving you our mock draft. Again, the draft is next Thursday, little over a week away, where all of this fun will happen on the first round of the NFL draft. It is a long night for some of those people, especially if you don't get picked till very late or not at all. Sometimes you see those guys that get invited and they're just like, no, still here.
I like the looking at like the people that get like attended and just, like 'cause there's like a couple names you just know aren't gonna go first round.
Like this
Just,
guy's
like,
not
already just know. Look, why are they attending?
Because they want to be there.
It's just I just want to be live in person.
Hey, if you have a 40 time, it doesn't matter where you're slotted to go. The Raiders are drafting you.
Oh yeah.
But the Raiders don't have a first round pick this year.
I know that's the only problem.
They'll get in next in the second.
Like the only, so I'm looking at the names that like got invited. Like the only big name I would say that won't get drafted in the first round that's going there for some reason is Kyler Gordon.
Who?
And
Because
Washington corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would go in the second, third round, but he's not even like the best on his team. So Trent McDuffie.
Oh, I have him 51 to the Eagles.
The Eagles.
I don't know why he's attending because I don't think there's a chance he gets taken first round. But everyone else
Who
can
knows?
definitely get.
I think he's definitely might be an early second rounder, my opinion. But I definitely love what they have in Washington at those corners.
I do not like early second round Washington corners.
You don't like early second round Washington corners?
Because
Who are we
Packers
talking
drafted one. His name was Kevin King.
Oh well.
Oh, no, there goes the football.
I'm the best ever. I'm
just saying, look what happens when we bench Kevin King. We turn into an elite defense. So
Well, what happens?
King end up this offseason.
he's back with us. We resigned
Is
him.
he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why did you do that?
Why shouldn't we not do that? He
wanted to laugh at
is a
somebody.
top 5 bench warmer in the league right now. Name 4
Top
or better.
5.
4 other people who should be bench warmers who are starting?
No,
There's a
4
lot.
people that can warm the bench better than Kevin King.
Do you know those 4
An
people?
offensive lineman.
No, Kevin King, he's faster. He can go around, give everyone the jackets. Cold Lambeau, he used to work in the cold.
Why don't you just?
This is what I need to pull up next time. I need a segment of the top 5 bench warmers.
Yes.
But
there it is.
not like
Make it.
top
Make
5 players on the bench, just top 5 at like warming the bench. I can get like equipment managers,
Top 5.
players.
We need to give some of these equipment managers, some of these guys that are lower in the totem pole, a little attention and a little love. All right.
I want to
Look
see
at
someone
that.
that's a ranking of top 5 equipment managers.
Is there a ranking?
I'm checking right now.
Google has everything, man.
It does. It does.
Dennis Ryan was the equipment manager of the year.
Oh, Dennis Ryan.
That's an actual stat.
Not a stat, it's an award.
What?
The equipment manager of the year. Dennis Ryan, the Vikings equipment manager.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
He's the best.
What's up, Wendy? Packers fan. How you doing? Fortunately, Wendy, we are about to sign off. We just gave you our mock draft 1 through 32. Your Packers have 2 picks in the first round. Got a defensive player and a wide receiver. That's where we are.
And they're going to pick Desmond Ridder.
2 quarterbacks. Traded up. But yeah, no. So, hey, guys, like we said, this isn't final. We're going to see next Thursday night what really goes down. Stay tuned. We are going to have a draft show live next Thursday night. I'm going to talk to you guys about it, potentially get you guys on there to call some of these picks and see.
Colin won't be able to do it on draft night, but I will be able to.
I'm glad to. All right, well, then I hit you up. Well, you'll be with us in spirit, and we'll all be praying that you trade up.
I'll
Why?
probably be back actually towards the tail end of the draft night, like
Okay.
around the 20th slot where the Steelers are probably going to draft. So
Hit me
Well,
up. then.
no, because Steelers are trading up, so then they can't be at 20.
we are not
Yeah,
trading.
they're already going. They're already off the board. It's already off the board. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, definitely stay tuned to that. Stay tuned also later tonight. I will be appearing on Big Nate Sports Talk podcast doing our mock draft 2.0. A little bit of the same, trying to see kind of where he stands.
Chat.
Oh yeah. Definitely get you guys in there in the chat. Tune in
RG3.
tomorrow, Washington Football Weekly, where we try to figure out how Dan Snyder is going to botch this draft up.
I like how you're just resigned to the.
We know what it is. We know he's
What
not going anywhere.
who's your first round pick 2020?
2020
In between Haskins and Davis.
It was
Chase Young.
Chase Young. Oh yeah, that's
We have number
decent
2. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
number 2 picks. So we got Chase Young. So
You drafted what Haskins? You also got Montez Sweat in that draft.
yeah, we traded back in. Now that is something I would not be opposed to. If
Trading back?
Yeah, no, either trading back or trading back into the first round to get one of these, top tier defensive players or maybe a corner or something like that. Secondary help is something we need. Linebacker is a huge need, but I do not want to go and pick up a linebacker at 11. I want to get wide receiver.
No, the Commanders haven't been that bad at drafting first round. They only have like 3 players they can consider bust.
Yeah, because Dan Snyder gave up the front office duties.
Since 2015, the only like bad players they've drafted are Josh Doxson, Dwayne Haskins, and James Davis wasn't great, but it was his first year.
Yeah, he was wrong.
But man, Josh Doxson sucked.
Josh
Oh
Doxson
my
was
God.
awful.
And no one should draft TCU players or TCU wide receivers in the first round. It
That
never
was
Thinking
works
back
out.
to Steelers, have only drafted one guy I'd consider a bust since like
Devin Bush.
2011, and that's already Burns.
Devin Bush.
Devin Bush isn't a
I don't
bust
think he was a
yet.
bust. I think the
I
injury.
think the injury hampered him, and he's just recovering. I think he'll be better this season with Miles
Right.
Jack helping him.
It's gonna be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But look, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go ahead and get off here. We appreciate you being here with us. Stay tuned. The Walsh brothers will be back with me. We will definitely be doing something closer to the draft and after to give our recap and lead you into training camp, the preseason, kind of figuring out where we are going this next season. Guys, the next season is actually a lot closer than a lot of people think. We're already midway through April with the draft right around the corner. Hey, everything's coming up soon. Football season will be back. Washington, the Super Bowl. Let's get it. And I just can't wait to see all the crazy moves all the teams do. But listen, we are going to go ahead and get off. You know who it is. It's your boy, Sean Spencer. This guy right here, Mr. Colin Walsh. Yes, sir. And you know who's down here. Aaron Rodgers' biggest fan, Mr. Dylan Walsh. The Walshes are in the building. Yo,
Immunized.
Big toe style. All right, we will see you all again. Have a good week, and we will talk to you soon.
Don't trade up from Malik Willis.
Tar Heels. Yeah, definitely trade up from Malik Willis. We're out of here.
That is exactly what the Steelers should do.
Gonna happen.
No.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. The line. New man so funny. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.